Hello everyone, this is Mar Guillermo of 413 Media Group, and I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. For today's 413 review, we're going to talk a little bit about Manny Pacquiao. Yeah. Last weekend, we saw another great display of the legendary boxing skills of Manny Pacquiao by winning against the young, formerly undefeated Keith Thurman. Now, everybody knows that Manny Pacquiao is a Southpaw fighter, meaning that the right hand is the lead hand and the left hand, supposedly the dominant hand, is in the back. The reverse of that, of course, is the orthodox stance with the left hand leading for jabs. Statistically, there are way more orthodox fighters than there are Southpaw fighters. In most standard boxing gyms, they're going to teach you to have an orthodox fighting stance simply because most likely you're right-handed, statistically speaking. Therefore, your dominant right hand will be kept in the back so that you will have more momentum and therefore pack a more powerful punch. So since Manny Pacquiao uses a Southpaw stance, we can pretty much assume that he's left-handed. But what if I told you he's right-handed? Just a little bit of an evidence for this is that when you see him signing autographs, he uses his right hand. So what's going on here? Now, this is just my speculation here, but I actually think he is right-hand dominant all the way from he was a little young, scrawny Manny Pacquiao before he was the Pacman. But somehow he decided early in his boxing career that he would fight with a Southpaw stance. And in fact, it's entirely possible that he was influenced or taught by a Filipino martial arts instructor, because some FMA styles actually teach empty hand techniques with their base stance having the right hand as the lead, just like a Southpaw stance in boxing. Now, a lot of people will agree that a Southpaw fighter will inherently have an advantage over an orthodox fighter simply by being a Southpaw stance. However, technique-wise, I think an orthodox fighter is just equal to the Southpaw fighter simply because they're just mirrors of each other. They can do the same techniques to each other. So if in terms of techniques that could be done, both stances are equal, then where does the Southpaw advantage come from? That is in experience. Because statistically speaking, there's just way more orthodox fighters than Southpaw fighters. An orthodox fighter will feel inexperienced fighting a Southpaw fighter. But a Southpaw fighter will be so used to fighting an orthodox fighter. Now, a Southpaw fighter fighting another Southpaw fighter, that could also possibly trip them up. Now, what if a Southpaw fighter is actually right-hand dominant? I think that is actually a second advantage to the original Southpaw advantage, in which you are more experienced. A fighter who switched his stance and fights Southpaw despite being right-handed, that means that their right hand is way more sensitive. And I think you can get heavier jabs. It's going to be easier to parry. You could be more deceptive with your lead hand. And because your right hand dominant is right in front of their face, you not only deliver fast but also heavy blows. I personally prefer fighting with the right hand lead simply because I'm used to fighting with a weapon with my right hand. So I'm used to using it both as a shield and a weapon. I wouldn't be surprised if more up-and-coming boxers who are actually right hand dominant does a switch stance and do a Southpaw stance instead, because you can basically get this double advantage against an orthodox fighter. In fact, I think that's what Vasyl Lomachenko is doing. If you watch him sign autographs, he's also right-handed, but he fights with a Southpaw stance. But what do you guys think though? Is Manny Pacquiao right-handed? Or is he left-handed? Or is he ambidextrous? Let me know in the comments section below. I am waiting for your comments. As always, thank you everybody for watching this video. Please click like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, and click that notification bell below because it's very enticing. And with that, I will see you guys in the next Pacquiao fight. See ya! This Saturday is the long-awaited 2019 Global Stick and Blade Alliance Western Regional Championships. That will be happening in San Bernardino, California. Online registration is now closed, but you can still do at-the-door registration. For more information, go to www.413group.net/Western. Hopefully, I can see you guys there.